Happy Monday, y'all. So, today's car talk topic, is going to be about your honeymoon or anniversary destinations. I posted in my stories earlier today that I had gotten accepted to two vendor events that are specific for wedding events. And so I've been doing a lot of thinking about honeymoon trips, anniversary trips today, and that's just kind of where my brain is at. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I think honeymoons and anniversary trips are awesome, and there is so much variety in what you can do, and it really just depends upon what your needs are as like a couple. And so my husband and I, we had been talking about going to Disney by ourselves for a long time, and then our trip that we wanted to take ended up turning into a family trip, so we never got to do that like adults only trip to Disney World that we wanted. And so it was an immediate, like, we knew exactly what we wanted to do when we were booking our honeymoon, and that was go back to Disney and do it the adult way, which is totally doable. And I've got a ton of resources and information for you if that's something you're interested in. But one of the ways that you can make it more honeymoon-esque is to stay at those upper level resorts, and you get a lot more amenities. It feels nicer. There are a ton of resorts that don't feel like you're staying on property, so you get the mix of the theme park aesthetic plus, this deluxe resort that's even better. But if you're not into Disney for your honeymoon, there are tons of other options. I've said on here many times before, like, Disney and cruises are really my two big things. And if you don't have a destination in mind that you want to go for your honeymoon, I would recommend booking a cruise. And one of the major reasons why I would do that is because they are all inclusive. So when you book those cruises, you're going to get all of your room amenities included. You're going to get your entertainment included. You're going to get your dining included. You can add on the beverage package or drink packages with alcohol as well. And so they become these sorts of things where you get to go and just enjoy yourselves and enjoy the atmosphere and the experiences without having to worry about all of the nickel and diming of going to these different locations. And then you still get the benefit of having the actual locations that you are visiting. So whether you do a Bahamas cruise or a Caribbean cruise, or maybe you want to cruise to Hawaii, right? You have tons of options of locations you can go, but getting there is part of your trip. Getting there to your destination is part of the experience. And so there's tons of cruise lines that you can sail on, and each one has slightly different vibes. For honeymoons, if you're really looking for adult only, you're going to want to go on Virgin Cruises. If you want more of a like sophisticated vibes without the super high price tag, Celebrity Cruises is going to be a great option. Royal has just tons of activities and amenities on their new cruises, but a lot of families are selling on those, so you really have to determine if that's what you want. Carnival's always been known as kind of like the party cruise, so do you want those vibes? But there's just so many options and so many locations and destinations that you really can make your honeymoon what you want it to be on those cruise lines and still get to go to a destination without really having to worry about driving somewhere and where's your flight going to land and all of those things that go into vacation planning. So that would be my second recommendation is, number one, if you know exactly where you want to go, obviously book that honeymoon first. Number two, if you're not sure and you can be influenced on where to take your honeymoon, take a cruise. All right. We can talk about which cruise line fits best for you, but take a cruise. My third recommendation for your honeymoon vibes is going to be do something that's like all inclusive, right? When you are on your honeymoon, you are spending time with your partner. You're spending time with the person that you married. You don't want to have to worry about all of the other extra things or who's paying for what or what accounts it coming out of or budgeting or checking all of that stuff. And so if you can pay for all of those things ahead of time, then that's what I'm going to recommend. So some all-inclusives that I would consider, you've got Sandals, which is adult only for the most part. They have their beaches resorts. There's Hyatt inclusives that have adult only resorts as well. And then you've got a couple of other like inclusive resorts that you can pick from, but those are the, two main ones, Sandals and Hyatt. But that would be my next recommendation, is do something that's all inclusive. That way you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. And you can really just spend your honeymoon focusing on you and your marriage and how you're going to start your life. So that is my car talk today. Honeymoon vibes. Again, 3 tips. Number 1, if you already know what you want to do and it's agreed upon, book that. If you aren't sure and you want to experience something fun and new, do the cruises. If you don't want to cruise because you don't like the ocean or whatever, maybe boats, here and there, then I would pick an all-inclusive resort. And obviously, when you are ready to book your honeymoon, I'm going to be here. We're going to go through all of the things, go through all of the steps, teach you all the tips and tricks to getting those things booked. That way you can start your marriage out enjoying all of the wonderful things that is best about your relationship and get to really celebrate that. So I will talk to you guys in Car Talk Monday next week. Bye.